When I got this wagon in to be repaired, it came in a big crate, disassembled all in pieces. I have no idea how long it had been disassembled, how long it had set. So the first thing I did was put all the pieces together to make sure they fit. This board here in the front, I'm not sure whether it went in the front or in the back, it's just where I chose to put it. So I took the time just to put the sideboards and end boards on just to see what it looked like before I started. Then I began the complete disassembly and began to assess what repairs needed being done. Common to most farm wagons, this also was riveted together and the rivets had to be drilled and then punched out. When I turn this over, you're going to be able to see where there was no paint underneath the iron. This was a frequent question in the comments section on the last video, so I wanted to take the time to show up close where oftentimes under the iron there is no paint other than that which leaches underneath during the painting process. This is real common. Then 100 years of history has to disappear. Only the top boards on this wagon have iron strips for protection. I ran them through the sandblaster and cleaned them up. Some of the iron I could leave intact, so I wanted to kill the rust. The lower front edge of the left panel needed some repair, so I cut it off and joined it in a new piece. On the right side, the lower corner also had some damage, but it also had a split that was significant, but the whole board had a lot of twist to it, so I just chose to replace it. And of course, we run all the iron through the sandblaster. Now when they put the cleats on the lower panels, they were nailed in position before they were riveted. So I marked them all to make sure they would go back to the same location so that the nails would fit. Then I chose to go ahead and glue these in before I riveted them. On the new sideboard, I put the nails back just like they were originally. And I know I'm not showing it, but as I explained in the last video, the back side of this iron where it goes up against the wood gets painted first. Then I'm going to transfer the brackets for the top board using the bottom board as a pattern. Now here you can see some of the twist and warpage that's in the floorboard, which I'm going to try to get out. This shows the underneath side so you can see the haste in which the paint job was done. This had several inches of twist to it, so I'm going to block it up and actually twist it the opposite direction and see if I can get some of it out. I'm going to take it just as extreme the other way. Then with the use of a couple of old irons and some real damp towels, we're going to apply some heat, a little steam, and see if we can get this to flatten out. I've got both of these irons cranked up as hot as they'll go. When I took the towels off the first time, my mistake was that I didn't let it cool down. I released the pressure too soon. We did get some of the warp out, but not all of it. So I did it again, re-dampened my towels while there was still heat in the floorboard, and did it one more time. This time I left it under pressure until it cooled down. It wasn't 100%, but it was lots better than what we started with. I actually ended up putting it on sawhorses with weights for about a week. That helped a lot. When I tested it again with the sideboards on, it was much closer. Since the body's going to be green, I tinted the primer green. Thanks for watching.